We have contact. Purge the Sealer's filth. Brother down. Squad is broken. Avenge me, my brothers.
The Emperor has gifted us with a mission to redeem ourselves. The Blood Angels need no longer carry the burden of defeat. We have detected the sin of damnation near our home planet. Low-frequency scans of the Space Hulk reveal the presence of gene stealers.
Brothers, vengeance shall be ours. Squad Red Zone ready for deployment.
Hello viewers and welcome to Space Hulk. My name is Pew Pew Choo Choo and welcome to our Let's Play of this game. So, Space Hulk over here is a recently released game, and as some of you guys can probably tell, it is part of the Warhammer 40k series or franchise, and Space Hulk is actually one of the spin-off board games off of the original tabletop war game. And the general premise of it is that, well, it's a turn-based game, and, well, the original, like, tabletop game for Warhammer 40k focused on essentially, like, you know, land battles with pretty big troop numbers and troop counts and stuff like that. Space Hulk is more about small, really tactical battles that essentially take place aboard, well, Space Hulks, which are the game's lingo for gigantic debris, essentially floating out inside space. So we're going to be taking a look at the campaign inside the game. There's two present here. There's the boarding prequel, which is essentially a tutorial, and then there is the Sin of Damnation. And as you saw there inside the intro video, it is well, essentially about redemption of the Blood Angel, I think, chapter of the Space Marines. So there's going to be a little bit of an intro video here. I'll let that take over and explain the mission. And there's 12 missions in total.
There is a large bank of functioning escape pods in a sector well beyond our established perimeter. The enemy must not escape. Cleanse the control room. No matter the cost, this will be done. Sergeant of the squad, accept your orders. You command one squad. You will deploy your Terminators here. Scanners have detected Xeno's life signs in these areas. Deep scans indicate the target is in this area. Bathe the control room in flame and protect the battle brother who bears the heavy flamer. If he falls, all is lost.
Okay, so that is, well, that is the first mission, and let us begin. Unfortunately, the game doesn't give you too much as to the background to it, and, well, to the best of my understanding, I mean, the Warhammer 40k canon for what happens upon the Space Hulks is that there is a group of there's a faction inside the universe called the Tyranids, and one of the subgroups there is called the Gene Stealers, and essentially the Gene Stealers are fairly stealthy creatures who essentially infiltrate the ships and planets and essentially set them up for a Tyranid infestation. And, well, how that works is that the Tyranids are, to the best of my descriptive ability, they're essentially the Zerg, right? So, yeah, there's kind of that going on. What we're going to do here is that we're going to start getting our guys to move up, and how the game generally plays out is that inside the board game, One player essentially controls the Space Marines, while the other player controls the Gene Stealers, who essentially spawn out of some predetermined locations, and they'll typically be marked with this red circle indicating that some Gene Stealers are about to spawn there, and there will be this half circle indicating that that is one of the potential places that these Gene Stealers will be able to come out of. So what we are going to do here is that, well actually, the Gene Stealers are more or less sort of like a massed attack thing, while the Space Marines have to be really, really tactical, and they have to move throughout the ships in a very precise way. And, well, playing as the Space Marines, it's a little bit about essentially managing our resources here, and going from there, really. So, right now, it looks like some Gene Stealers are going to spawn from here, and it looks like they are going to spawn from here as well. So, because of how the hallways are set up and how narrow the spaces are, each player will essentially just have to kind of play
position
strengths. And what we need to do right now is we need to get our troops moving, because time, space, and ammunition are really just your essentials that you do have to take care of. So for the first turn here, what we're going to do is that we're just going to start moving forward, and how we're going to proceed is that we're just going to essentially form a little bit of a protective bubble around us with our weaponry, and we're just slowly going to, we're rather kind of tactically crawl our way to the control room, purge it, and then hope complete the mission like that. So, first turn is over here, so let's go to the second turn, and then there we can take a look at the combat and some stuff like that. Yeah, you see that the Gene Stealers, they get a lot of troops at once, and what is currently happening is that the Space Marines can detect the Gene Stealers, although only to a limited degree. We can essentially just kind of see where they are, roughly, but we don't know how many Gene Stealers there are present over here. So there might be 2, there might be only 1, there might be 3, and you'll see that the little blip actually changes over time. How the movements and how the stuff works inside the game is that every single Space Marine that we have essentially has, essentially has 4 action points, and we also have a stockpile of control points. And how the system works is that every single action is essentially made with action points, and control points is essentially a global stockpile of these points. What we want to do here is that, let's see, we want to get this guy moving forward, this guy moving forward as well, but we want him to come over here.
Yes, my lord.
And because there are quite a few of these Gene Stealers inside this hallway, what we want to do is we want to set us up so that we have a bit of a firing gap over here where we can use our Overwatch to just kind of kill off these guys. So I do believe that the Gene Stealers, they will just constantly respawn. They have almost an unlimited amount of them. So what we want to do here is that we want to use a few of our different abilities here to essentially just cordon off this area. I'm going to get this guy, this Terminator, to use guard. So he's going to be ready for any close assaults, and we're going to get the 2 guys inside the hallways here. I'll get this guy to actually take a step back, but we're going to put them into Overwatch mode, so they will shoot anybody that they can see, making a little bit of a kill zone here. And with that said, we're just going to end our turn and allow our opponents to do their actions.
We have moved.
So now you're seeing the Gene Stealers. We have identified where they are and how many of them there are, actually. And as you can probably tell, there is a lot of them. There is an absolute ton of them inside that hallway. So what we're going to do first is we need to deal with this guy. Let's get Sergeant Lorenzo to come up over here. And he'll automatically take a shot at this guy, but what we want him to do is that we want him to use his sword and just beat him. There we go. So one guy is dead. Now that that is done, we're going to get our flamer guy to move up. And, well, there is a lot of those gene stealers present, so we want to hurry up the pace and really get out of this situation.
Overwatch protocol initiated.
So this guy's still going to go on guard, and this guy is still going to
Watching for enemy
overwatch.
contact.
And hopefully we'll be able to pick off a few of these guys. We might lose one guy right now, but that isn't really that big of a concern, considering the fact that, well, if we push forward correctly, we should be able to purge that control room any time now. Alright, so let's see what happens here. They're gonna breach the door. Got
My
one.
bolter has failed me.
Have two, that's good. Can we get three?
My bolter has failed.
He's gonna get an attack off, but our guy has a guard on, so he'll be able to essentially try to stem him off for now. But you can see that they're really piling up now. And they are really starting to come out here. So all of our Space Marines here are actually equipped with a teleporter type of thing. Oh crap, our guys are out of...
I'm jamming bolter.
the bolters are
Clear to
jammed, so
fire.
we're going to have to clear those, but we're going to have to get rid of like all of these Xenos. And it's a good thing that we have a stockpile of control points to do so. So what we're going to do here is that I want to... I need to get Sergeant Lorenzo to deal with the Xenos over here. So we're going to get him to move up here. And let's get him to... Actually, no. We're going to get him to do... undo. There we go. We're going to get him to move up one
Clear
time.
a path.
And then we're just going to get him to do
No
guard.
bolter in the face of the enemy.
And I'm going to try to... mow down some of these guys over here. So let's do that. Actually, what a better thing to do would be just try to punch some of these guys out.
No! Cleanse and burn. Watching for enemy contact.
Okay, we're gonna lose one guy, but that's no big deal if we can fend these people off.
Let them fall before us. Going into Overwatch.
And we'll do something like that and then just end the turn and see how that goes.
Enemy inbound.
So yeah, they're just essentially going to try to overwhelm us.
Brother down.
Oh, and we are taking quite a lot of losses there.
My weapon is jammed. Clear to fire.
Okay, so that handles a few of them. Going to have to purge that control room though with only 3 people now, so that might be a little difficult. Let's get the guy with the flamer to reset himself, and he's going to just put some flames into this little group. So he has an area of effect weapon, which will be able to set the floor tiles on fire just like that. And we're just going to get him to move up slightly and then hold out for now. Did we like crush the body of one of those things? Maybe. So over here, what we're going to do is that I'm going to get this guy to back up a little bit, and
Moving
we're
to
just going to
coordinates.
continue setting up this this Overwatch thing, seeing as how there are a lot of bugs coming out of there, and it looks like no more are actually going to spawn. So
Affirmative.
these guys are hopefully going to be able to hold out here, and then well, after one turn, we're going to see what happens. Yeah, they're going to move up some more there, guys. Luckily, right now, not a whole ton of these Xenos are spawning, so that is
Enemy sighted.
okay. Hopefully we'll be able to get into the control room this time. Set the tile on fire.
The machine spirits die by fire.
There we go. That's good. We're going to get us to move forward just like that. Can we actually come right next to the door? Yes, we can. That's good. Let's get the guy with the flamer to move up. Oh, I hate that sound of like the bodies being crushed. So it doesn't look like anything's going to spawn up here, which is nice. Over here, going to continue doing the Overwatch thing. So this guy is going to try to move forward. He's going to move up a bit, and he's going to do Overwatch
My
again.
aim is true.
And the reason we're doing that is because there are also a few spawning locations here, so we want to gradually pull off our coverage inside this direction.
Weapon at the
And we're
ready.
just going to keep moving like that, because right now it says that there is multiple Xenos over here. So we do want to be careful of that. Yeah.
Weapon jammed.
You'll see here that the fire actually keeps the Xenos back for now. Over here, one has spawned. So can we enter this room now? Yes, we can. That is good. So we're apparently just supposed to purge the computer like that. And I think that'll do it. Yeah, just like
It is
that.
done. The fires have consumed the control room in flame. There will be no escape for the enemy. Death is all that awaits them.
So I'd say we had an overall, like, alright run. It could have been better, we could have been a little more tactical, but hey, that's the first mission of the game. I'll see you guys next time, and if you've enjoyed this particular mission, be sure to like and subscribe for the second one. Until then, I'll see you guys later.